Hey guys, this is Sparkful Ultra here, and this is part 2 on what if Deku had Lunagaron abilities, cold as the moon, and I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. The next day, Bakugo was waking up in the morning, waiting on Zuko to get up, and she was not happy with him, and her mom says, Bakugo, can you wake him up please? It's about time to go to UA. And Bakugo cracks her fingers and says, "Oh, with pleasure, Mom." And Suki was sleeping on the couch while he was resting for the night. And Bakugo then puts a hand to his face and says, "Die!" and explodes in his ear. And Suki then says, "Oh!" And Bakugo says, "Wakey, wakey, wolf boy!" And Suki says, "Ah! Did you turn me down? You know wolves nearly have a problem with that. Ah! I got sensitivities over 1,000 than a human." And Bakugo says, "You were sleeping over time. Now, get to brushing." And Zuki says, "Wait, is it?" "Yes." Bakugo says, "Oh crap, UA. Ding ding ding. Now get in there. I'll force brush it if I have to." And then Zuki says, "You're already." Then Bakugo says, "Spit." And then Zuki says, "Alright, but you're not getting anywhere close to changing. Got it?" And Bakugo says, "Why would I do that, dipstick?" Grr. "One of these days," Suki says, "I'm gonna get my payback." And Bakugo says, "Ha! You wish!" And Suki then mutters to himself while closing the door. "He's gonna have lots of payback when I finish with her." And Bakugo says, "I hear you! Talking, not changing." And Suki says, yeah, getting into his UA uniform. And Suki says, "There!" And Bakugo says, "Alright, let's go!" And Suki says, "Why is she so damn agitating to deal with?" And then Mitsuki asks, "So, how was your sleep?" And Suki says, "Like sleeping on a log." And Mitsuki says, "Oh, that doesn't sound good." And Zuki says, "It was fine for most part, but it was mostly on the few certain person." And Bakugo looks at him. "Hey, what are you looking at, you damn wolf boy?" And Mitsuki says, "So that's why." And Zuki says, "Yeah." And Bakugo says, "Are you still angry about how I literally messed with you in the night when you beated me on the high score, you cheater?" And Zuki says, "Cheater? I did nothing wrong. You did not even think for a second on saving people first of all." And Bakugo says, "Well, why don't we have another rematch?" And Suki's claws show out. "Wanna go?" And Mitsuki then slams the table. "Enough, you two! Go to UA! You don't want to mess your uniform." And both Bakugo and Suki then looks at her and says, "Fine." And then looking at each other and scoffing. And then walking separately together because they are super pissed. And Suki says, "Man, why do I have to deal with this chick? My mom says her and her old friend were friends, but she is like the #1 agitator." And Bakugo says, "Well, let's see if you can risk it all, wolf boy." And Suki then says, "I was gonna say the same damn thing, you tomboy. What you call me?" And both getting a little argument on that, or a big one, and then getting to Class 1A, and both arguing while in the same time opening the door to Class 1A. And all the students were looking at them like a pack of two stray dogs. One is a female and one is a boy. Ooh, think of another type of breed that are having a huge outrage with each other. And then they silented down, and Zuki sits in his seat, and Bakugo sits in her seat, and Zuki then sighs and just lays on the table, trying to have some inner peace with his mind. And Zuki thinks, I don't know if I can get so exhausted over this. Usually snowboarding doesn't get me exhausted. She is a whole new level of mentality. And when he was calming down, having his inner peace in his mind, he then hears someone call him out. Ah, I know those ears. You're the one that saved me from that zero pointer. And Zuki then smells. Huh? You're this girl I saved. And looking at the girl, and she says, thanks for saving me. I'm in gratitude for you. And Zuki says, it's no problem. Anybody would save you out of that. And Chaka says, my name is Ochako Uraka. And Zuki says, Zuki Midoriya. Happy to meet ya. And Ochako doesn't recognize that accent. Are you from another country? And Zuki then says, why, yes, I'm from... And Bakugo says, he's from Europe. And Zuki says, I haven't... You don't need to interrupt me. And Bakugo says, well, I care. Nobody cares. And Zuki says, never mind. Don't mind about her. She's my mom's friend's mother. They gone back a bit. And Chaka says, wow, you two have it out with each other. And Zuki said, let's just, it was a unlikely of friendships. And Bakugo says, ditto. And Chaka says, but anyway, I hope we can become good friends. And Zuki says, yep, you too. And when saying, Zuki smells another scent. What the? Tracking him down, and smells, aha! And sees a guy that with black clothing and sleeping in a sleeping bag. And Zuki was confused on why he's doing that. And the man says, do you really need to make such loud noises, you three? And Zuki then senses his emotions and goes back into his seat and sits down. And Zawa says, alright, my name is Zawa and I'm going to be your teacher. Now sit down, all of you. And all of them are sitting down, and Zawa explains the things and telling the students to go outside and test their quirks. All the class have changed into their PE clothes and go outside. And Zuki says, Yahoo! Finally, outside! I was waiting to go out. And Bakugo says, are you full of energy all the time? Yes, and no with you. Don't make you sit, you damn dog. And Zuki says, make me, I'll bite back. Showing his teeth. And all of the students find their bickering a bit amusing. And both of them say, stop laughing! And Azawa says, alright, let's start with Zuki Midoriya, because he took first place. And Zuki says, oh, really? Well, it's one of the first times I gotta do a PE style throwing ball. Usually we don't do that in our hometown. And Zawa says, well, you need to learn new experiences. And Zuki says, alright. And Zuki then looks at the distance. Strength won't go that far, so And Deku uses his ice on his claws. Well, let's see how this works. And then throws the ball as far as he can, and using his ice to the air pressure to go as far as he can, and landing on a 7,900 meter. And all the students were impressed on Zuki's clever and strategy, but Bakugo says, I can beat that under a second. And Zuki says, oh yeah? Tomboy, bring it! I'll beat you in the other. And Bakugo looking at Zuki. Well, let's see if you can heal! And Zaladin wraps both of them with his scarf. Enough, you two! I have enough with this bickering of yours. And Zuki then sees his eyes. Well, your eyes turn red. And Bakugo says, huh? Why do I know you? You're Razorhead, for example. And all the students were amazed to see him and surprised. And Zuki says, who's Razorhead? Never heard of him. And Bakugo says, of course you haven't heard him. And he's one of the heroes that takes place in the night. He does not like photo ops or paparazzi. And Zawa says, alright, are you two done? Zuki says, yeah. Bakugo says, whatever. And putting them down. Alright, let's make a bet. You said it was fun. If one of you gets last place, then you're expelled. And all the students were surprised and says, you can't do that. We worked hard to get in here. And Zawa says, oh, heroes worked hard as well. You're putting lives at risk, and you're putting in their trust in your hand. So, if anybody wants to argue with me at that again, then we're going to have a problem. Then, Suki takes speed on the track because, well, werewolves. And he's made to be fast. If you ever played the Monster Hunter Rise. And strength, I would say a tad bit low, but not as weak as Shigiri, because he has two different transformations. One being his normal, second is his pre-state, and the third is his Lunagaron full moon. And that's where I'm gonna put that. And agility, I would say third. Jumping, I would say somewhere to third place. I mean, Lunagaron is known to be quite a jumper. And then the results. Bakugo takes his same poll as rank 5, while Zuki takes rank 4. And Bakugo says, you damn wolf boy, you cheated! And Zuki says, cheated? I did my own quirks, thank you. And how would I say I cheated? And Bakugo getting a look of death to him. And Zuki says, bring it on. And then the bell rings and says, alright, let's go. And Bakugo says, okay, last one to go get to our house is a rotten egg. And all the students say, is he 12? And Zuki says, whatever, I can beat you over 10 seconds. And Bakugo says, I can beat you in 9 seconds. Looking at each other with statics. And all the students say they have a friendly rivalry that almost looks like they are dating to them. And Zuki says, it's not dating! And Bakugo says, yeah, it's the opposite! And then Zuki made it to Bakugo's house and says, nah, 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 you're too slow. And Bakugo says, damn it, I was so close! And Zuki says, yeah, from eating my snow. And Bakugo says, blah! And then Bakugo goes into his room. And Zuki then gets arrested a bit, but secretly going to put something in Bakugo's room. And when night was come, Suki sees the blue moon. Lucky day. And Suki goes into Bakugo's room and puts up a ghost with a string. Mizuki told me that she's afraid of ghosts, so I put some European ghosts in her room. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And when saying that, Zuki then hears Bakugo's sleep talk. Huh? And Bakugo sleep talks were, Zuki, I will destroy you. And Zuki says, jeez, this is just fun. And Zuki then uses his ice to make a little cold breeze. And Zuki says, I hope this works. And Bakugo then grabs Zuki for warmth and hugging him tightly to keep her warm. And Zuki says, hey, go! And Bakugo then feels the twitch. And Zuki says, great, that worked out well. I can't really force her out of it, but maybe... Nope! And seeing Bakugo twitch, and Zuki then says, maybe if she can move a bit? Feeling her chest, and Suki says, seriously? Come on, this is just getting old. Wait, she's not yelling? She's actually asleep! And then seeing Bakugo getting annoyed on that, but Suki then types down, how can I get out of here? And Bakugo says, Suki, I'm gonna... Then having her explosive hands on her, and Zuki says, and Bakugo then explodes right inside of him, like near to his face. And Bakugo says, I'm gonna make you say we love you. And then Zuki says, wait, what? And Bakugo then sleeps on top of Zuki. Great! Now I'm in terrible hell while thinking it. Then, when morning comes, Bakugo then wakes up and sees, what are you in my room? And Zuki says, would it be funny if it was a prank? And Bakugo says, no, it's like the opposite! Now get out! And exploding him out. And Suki says, at least she acknowledged the wake-up call, and Suki gets dressed and runs. But when Bakugo was trying to turn on the light, she sees a ghost, and then yells out, Suki! And Suki says, oh, that works. But what does she mean by making me confess love? I'll figure it out later. That's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Plus, let's go.